Yo, yo, yo.
What's good, people? It's the
Welcome
Brooklyn
to the
Boys
first episode of 2025 of Brooklyn Boys right here.
Radio. So what's good, Moses? How you?
Was good, man. Happy New Year's. Happy New
Happy New
Year's.
Year, man. Happy New Year to punk ass Suave.
Swizzle. Shout out
Yeah.
to Wood Steezy.
Shout out to Woodstack, Adder,
Tico Forever.
fuck Tico, in 2025. Who else? Shanice. Shout out all our comprised race. Denisha.
Nisha.
There's something else I got to shout out, but I'll figure it out as the other show go on.
Okie
We'll
dokie.
figure it out. Figure it out.
Trying to
We
figure.
shout out a punk ass Suave.
Yeah, definitely. Swizzle.
This nigga got the Brooklyn Bridge behind him, or fake Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know what that is, but bridge behind him nevertheless.
There you go.
He look,
BK to the death.
he look like one of those news reporters with the shit behind him. Like, you got to tell me the weather. Tell me the weather, man.
It's brick.
No, it's not that cold. Not today. They
Yeah,
say it's supposed to be real cold next week.
I know they saying it's just about to get crazy.
Crazy out here. So we shall see.
I might have to break out the old school Sherman. For
I need to
real.
buy me a Sherlin, bro.
For real.
I need to buy me a Sherlin. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose, I think.
What's good
Excuse
doing?
me.
Any resolutions?
Um, be better than I was last year. That's it. Excuse me, y'all.
Pretty much.
No, just to be better than I was last year. That's funny that you say that. Any resolutions? We're gonna bring this up in the topic today. I seen this study. They said you can achieve most of your goals by 42% just by writing them down. So if you write down your goals and what you're trying to do and trying to achieve, you know, Bible have a scripture about that, writing it down, making it plain. So kind of line up with what the Bible says. So yeah, man, write down your goals and say what you really want to do and how you want to
Put
move, man.
it down on paper.
And I did just that this week. Before the ball dropped, I wrote out all my affirmations, everything that I want to accomplish and achieve. I wrote everything out. So I did just that.
There you go.
But
But let's get started with the show because
we getting started now. We jumping right in. I got this tickle on my nose, man. I hope I ain't got no bird flu because that's one of the topics I'm gonna bring up today. They talking about the bird flu out here, man. Like people got to be there's serious cases all over the country right now with bird flu. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from them bitches, B.
What? What's one got to do with the other? Oh, the birds. Yeah, I'm late on the draw today.
You bad late, man. Stay
I'm
away
tired.
from them bitches.
I'm
Stay
tired.
away from them, man. Excuse me, man. I'm so sorry. I hope I ain't getting sick.
Oh.
I hope I ain't getting sick. But now I don't feel sick. But I did get into some. Did I tell you what happened to me this week, man?
What?
How my whole back locked up on me?
Oh yeah. You was
Yo,
me.
bro. Yo, if I ain't feel like an old nigga, I feel like an old nigga for the first time in my life, bro. Son, I was doing something and I kept like bending and bending and bending, right? And then when I had sat down for a minute and I stood up, felt like somebody said, "Get your ass over here," and just held me, bro. I couldn't move. Bro. I was fucked up for like, I don't even know, the last 2, 3 days. And I've been taking these muscle relaxers, man. I don't know how niggas take drugs, bro. That shit put me out. I took a muscle relaxer like at 9 o'clock. Yo, Mo, I didn't get up till 11 o'clock in the morning. That didn't even like me.
Yeah, and which is crazy because a lot of people are gonna watch this and be like, "You ain't get up till 11 a.m. That's normal." Like, that's not for me. That ain't normal. Like, I'm up crack of dawn.
6, 7 o'clock. Like, I don't even know. It was bad though. It was bad. Back pain ain't nothing to fuck with, man. I got the sciatic nerve pain that be fucking with me. This shit. Anybody know what to do with sciatica or got a good doctor? Somebody told me to get surgery. Leave it in the comments. You got a good doctor for me to go to, a good chiropractor, somebody to help stretch out my leg or whatever for my back? Please give me the information, man. Quick.
Well, to piggyback off of that, I saw a study. today, as a matter of fact, it said that in another 5 years, a fit body will be more scarce than a Rolex or having $1 million in your bank account. You know what I
Wait,
mean?
this is America or in the whole world?
Nah,
I
this
can
is
see that in
in
America. I don't know about
America.
the whole world.
This is in
Huh?
America. In America.
I can see that.
You know, I
That's
can
not.
see it. I can see it too. You know, so
I can definitely see that.
due to that, start investing on your body now.
Yeah, listen, man, it's New Year, so everybody got these New Year's resolutions. I just got me a little Advil. I don't know why we sponsoring them niggas, but take Advil, cold and sinus. I don't know what's going on with me right now, but I can see that. You got New Year's resolution. Yo, make that part of your New Year's resolution, man. Get your shit straight.
Yeah,
The gyms make the
I
most money
started.
this time of year.
I started doing the cold showers. You know,
Okay.
I haven't graduated to the cold plunge. I did the cold plunge like 2 weeks ago, and then I just decided to begin incorporating like 2 to 3 minutes, putting the water at the absolute
Um,
cold and just doing the cold showers, man, every single day. You know, they say there's a lot of benefits to it, so every little bit helps, man.
yeah, the cold plunging is very good. It boosts your immune system. It boosts your endorphins. It help you lose weight faster than when you on a treadmill or something like that. It burns more calories. Lower blood pressure. Yeah, give you more blood
Helps
flow.
with circulation too.
Yeah, the blood flow to the penis and all that. So y'all niggas that want more blood flow, jump in that cold water for about 5 or 7 minutes. They say they recommend. Yeah. You know me, I used to be a cold plunge baby. I'm about to go renew my membership for my spa, man. And yeah, I'm about to get busy again.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You should come out, man. So come get a membership with me, man.
Well, listen, um, I'm trying to convince them to put the cold plunge in Lifetime. I mean, they have one. There's a cold plunge at the Lifetime in Times Square, but you know, parking out there be crazy. Like I would literally have to go there at night.
Yeah, Times Square's a little too crazy to be parking at in the middle of the day. So you're gonna be
Hmm.
paying that membership, that $200-300 a month, plus that parking
And then on
five
top
six
of
thousand
that
dollars a
parking,
month.
like yeah, exactly. So,
That's crazy. Excuse me,
but
y'all, for this
but I'm
one of
probably
those.
going to probably go 2 to 3 days out the week. Probably just go in the evening. You know what I'm saying? After 7, because you know the parking is a little easier out there. Like after 7, 8 o'clock.
Okay, okay. So look, man, we could jump right into this show because I don't know how long we got on here. So we could jump in. We could jump in. Yo, on some international news, I'm gonna jump right into the international shit. So Russia is now they claiming that they got a vaccine for cancer, and they
Hmm.
clearing up cancer. Not only that they have a vaccine, but they're giving it to all their citizens for free. And not only because I think it's some DNA shit involved in it. What they saying is that they're gonna tailor make it to every person. So that when they check your blood, DNA, and all that stuff, if the formula they have doesn't suit your body type or your chemistry, I guess I don't know. I'm not a scientist, I'm not
They'll
a doctor.
alter it.
They alter it for that person for free. So if this is true, it's really dope that you're gonna do this for your citizens and make it free so they could be cancer free over there. I wish United States was like that. I don't know if I would take a vaccine, but you know what I'm saying. Shit, fuck around, everybody be dead in Russia. You know what I'm saying. So I don't know, but it sounds nice.
But it's so sad that, living in the US, we're so distrusting of the government that, you got to think twice, man, before you take anything they hand you. It's like you can't trust America with a free lunch.
Definitely not, because they're gonna give you free bullshit. But yeah, I want to see, man. If they take it, I'll probably take it 10 years after. You know what I'm saying? You take it first. They'll be like, no, 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 you take it first. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah.
listen, um, in other
Well, God willing, there won't be any cancer in our futures to even have to worry about that, man.
yeah, thank you for that. Praise God for that. In other world news, the Chinese says that by 2030 they should be having some flying cars, man.
Uh,
100,000 flying cars in the air, bro. Can you imagine that shit? That shit out the Jetsons. You know, I think it'd be. I can't even imagine flying cars. Like, what would they put them? Niggas gonna crash in niggas' houses into skyscrapers. Like,
yeah,
I
I mean,
don't know.
how do you control traffic? I mean, because I know they got air traffic controllers, but there's not that many planes in the sky at the same time. If you're talking about giving flying cars to the public and consumers, the amount of cars that are out in the street to think that one day there could be that same amount of flying cars in the sky, like how do you control that air traffic?
I don't know. It got to be a way. But listen, what I will say, I think that'll be dope for. I wonder if you could go like out of town, like you know what I'm saying. I could go take my car, go to my mom's. You know what I'm saying? Out in Texas. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
you can still drive your car to Texas now, but the question
You
is
know how
how
fast?
fast
You know
how
how
fast
much
will these
faster?
flying cars go?
Yeah, but whether if even if it went 60 miles, 100 miles an hour, you know how much quicker you're gonna get to your destination with no
Not ne-
traffic.
Not necessarily,
You don't think
because
so?
what you got to think about is the same traffic that's on the street is now just going to be in the sky.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
You
I'm gonna get
understand
it
what I'm
early while
saying?
niggas ain't got no money. I'm gonna get it early. I'm gonna get
I
it
mean,
early.
there has to be an advantage to it. I'm sure that travel time would definitely be decreased. Yo, 2025, it's been a crazy 2 days, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I seen some crazy shit. I seen a couple crazy things, man.
You seen
Uh,
the Tesla that
Amazon
blew up in front of that
in
Trump
front of the
Tower.
hotel.
Then
Yeah,
you
it was.
had then you had the dude in New Orleans
Hmm.
that killed like the 10 people, ran his truck into a crowd. Then you had even over here, the Moxie Hotel in Williamsburg burned down to the ground.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, and then last night, two shooters shot 11 people at Club Amazon
Yeah,
in
it
Queens.
was four. It was four. It's four of them. They said it was four guys. 32 shots. I think 30 over 30 rounds was shot into. Nobody died. Thank God for
Yeah,
that.
nobody died, but 11 people picked up.
This shot
Like,
into an event.
that's a crazy
Or
48 hours, man. And
so
the event was between 16 to 20-year-old kids.
yeah, no regard of life. And it's in the bombing that happened with the Tesla, because that was an explosion.
The
Somebody
Cybertruck,
put a
yeah.
somebody put a bomb inside the Cybertruck, and the same person that ran into all those people in New Orleans.
Both of those cars came off a Toro. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if it's the
don't.
same person,
No, not the
but
same person, but
both
both of them
cars were
came from this.
rented off of the same app.
Nah, that's not even the crazy part. Both of those people, both veterans. Both of them people are veterans, and they both from the same Navy base.
Mm.
So a lot of times you have all these guys with mental issues that come out of the out of services, and they don't get no help, man. So this might be a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? And they came from the same base, same army base.
Talk about starting 2025 off with a bang.
Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, my nose is going crazy over here, but I'm gonna have to deal with
You got to stay off that stuff, bro.
it. I feel like I'm on something, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I'm allergic to suave. He set this shit up. Anyway, new study reveals that women are happier single than men are. Why do you think that is the case, man? You think that's a real thing?
Um,
Uh-huh. Sorry.
well, think about this. Women have constant access to sex, single or in a relationship, right?
Hmm.
Um, we may not realize this because when single, we don't necessarily have an issue with that. But there are a lot of men that don't necessarily have access to sex, bro, when they're single.
Hmm.
But women have constant access to sex regardless, whether they're single or in a relationship. Not saying that it's based around sex, but I think that that could be one of the factors.
I think women are happier because they can hold out longer when it comes to sex. I see a lot of women that, I don't know how true it is, but oh, I had sex for a whole year. I have sex for 2 years. What? Fuck you wasting your time doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think men could really hold, what I mean, could really last that long, what I mean, without that. And I think women galvanize with each other different than men. They can find comfort in their kids. A girl had told me one time, "Oh, I love when my kids sleep in the bed next to me." And she's like, "I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get a man because my kids love sleeping in the bed, but she got so used to not having a man and her kids are sleeping next to her." You know what I'm saying? And they get comfort from each other. I feel like other women support other women that way. They hug, kiss each other. They'll sit in the bed, watch a movie together. Dudes
But
don't do that.
it's so crazy, man, because when you really think about it and you think about the narrative that the world pushes, right? Most women will tell you men don't give a shit about being in a relationship. Most women will tell you men don't want a relationship. Most women will tell you that most men want to be single. But this study basically says that women are happier single than men are. You know,
I think women like to be single. I think women are more comfortable in being single.
I don't know. I mean, if I had to look around, I wouldn't have been able to come to that conclusion that, because as of what I see, I mean, I think men are fine either way, both, you know.
Well, we shall see. So I got a quick question. You know, we like to talk about all the dating stuff and people get an uproar and shit. But do you think, so making this for black guys,
Uh-huh.
could probably be for any guys too. Do you think you get more appreciated outside of your community or outside of your race by other women?
I think people are people, man. I've dated all types of races. Dated black women, dated white women, and I've had the same issues all across the board.
Um,
I think that there are cultural differences, right? But as far as you're gonna find disrespectful black women, you're gonna find disrespectful white women. You're gonna find respectful black women. You're gonna find respectful white women. You understand what I mean? Like, I don't think that you can just base that on a race. In all honesty,
well, this is what I feel. I feel like sometimes when you ever step outside of your comfort zone, you may see people that accept you a little bit differently. I think when people sometimes you ever heard that saying, familiarity breeds disrespect.
mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's where you at, it may come a little disrespectful. And when you pick up and leave and go somewhere else, people don't know you and they show you a little bit more kindness, a little bit more respect. So I think in that form, that's why it may feel like you get better results dating outside of your community or
but if
outside of your race because it's just a different feel.
but if that's the case, whether it's outside of your community or outside your race, even when you date within your race or your community, you still have the honeymoon phase, right? When y'all first get to know each other, everything's great, and then once it gets familiar, the bullshit begins. You understand? And I
No,
think, and I think even when you go outside of your community, okay, yeah, there might be that newness there at first, like that honeymoon phase, but then after that, it's the same thing.
yeah, but I also think it's not just that. I think the idea of I never dated a black man before. You know what I'm saying? The idea of yeah, I
What
never dated somebody from the
the
hood before.
infatuation of it,
The
the
infatuation
the
is
fetishization. It's like a
is
fantasy.
those that's what I think that's what makes the difference. Now, like you said, going forward, you may they all every woman or some people always have the same issues, but that infatuation, that idea that I've never experienced nothing like this, I've never dated somebody that looked like this or came from the hood, you might get treated a little bit differently.
Yeah, see, for me, I don't think the difference is racial. I think the difference is cultural. I can't hear you. What'd you say?
No, 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 no. Go ahead. I was talking
Okay.
to somebody
I
back
said I
there.
don't think the difference has to do with race. I think it has to do with culture. I think certain cultures raise their women to treat their men a certain way, right? Um, but if you look all across the board, like just white or Caucasian, right? If you look at Italians versus Polish versus Greek versus Russian, I think culturally, all of those women are different. You understand, and they might treat their man different, but I don't think it has anything to do with race. I think it more has to do with their culture and how they're raised.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I do, but I also think I think a white woman she would probably treat a black guy differently than her white counterpart. Like if she never dated a black guy before, if she's never dated a black guy before, and it's like that mystique. I feel like it's like oh shit, I ain't never had this. I'm gonna show him. You know what I'm saying? Or
Okay,
I'm gonna
okay,
show
but,
her.
but but now let me ask you this question. Okay, she may date. I mean, she may treat the first two or three black men that she dates
Okay, if
differently.
she used
But
to it,
what,
it's different.
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yo,
get what
if
I'm
you,
saying?
I agree with that. Now, if she used to that, it's like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Exactly.
You ain't special.
So that doesn't necessarily have to do with race. It just has to do with the newness of it. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah, okay, cool. I agree with you. I agree with you with that. It definitely got to do with the newness of that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with you with that. Um, Real quick, because I'm Suave need to put the time on and see how much time we got. But this, I found this interesting too today. Well, I saw it last week, and then I just keep seeing it now everywhere. You seen the CIA declassify some documents and
Oh
saying
yeah, I
that
saw
they
that about
confirmed
Mars.
that there's really alien life on Mars,
Hmm.
right? And they said what they did was a couple of years ago, I think it was in '84, I believe. They had a I don't remember what this is called. I've seen a movie, and I've been looking for this movie for years. It's basically you can astral project your spirit out of your body. They say you have the silver line. It was a big movie in the '80s. Can't remember. Anybody know this movie I'm talking about? Send it to me. It's even the '80s or the '70s. And you could get take your soul out your body. It was this white couple. I remember they was doing it, and he had taught her how to do it in like water. They would go in the tub. He would just lay there in a nice tub, or they went to the springs, the hot springs in a different country, and sit there and they astral project their soul out of their body. And he said you can see everything. You can travel out of space. You can travel everywhere you want. And there's a silver line behind your spirit. If the silver line is always good, you can never get lost because you can just follow the silver line and back to your body. But if it was ever cut, that means that you're dead, right? So basically, what the CIA did went to see somebody that does this professionally. So that was crazy to me in that because that makes the actual projection is real, right? No, people really talk about this shit. No, I heard Mo, I read a lot about this shit, man. This shit, people were saying this shit been real for years. And they said they had somebody go back. This is the part I didn't know. Because a person went back 1 million years to Mars, and they said there was giant, big people there, and they built the same pyramids we have here. They had there, but the person said that they looked like they was getting prepared, like they lost like the planet was dying. Something was happening to the planet.
Where did the
And
drones go?
who?
The drones, where did they go? Notice they
I,
disappeared.
I ain't heard nothing about drones the last 2 weeks. Yeah, you're right.
Exactly.
I don't know where the fucking drones
Yo,
go.
bro.
I don't know, but it's
Uh,
interesting though. It's interesting. Listen, man,
I
I
feel
be
like
a fool.
I feel like somebody in the White House is just writing a really good script, bro.
Listen, I feel like this though. I think anything is possible, right? Because I feel
No,
like
I believe
we
aliens
can't be in this
exist.
world by our motherfucking
I
selves.
truly believe aliens exist. Like, I know it's the arrogance of human beings to think that we are the be all end all, but I definitely do not think we're the only intelligent life in this universe because there's so many other universes out there in solar systems just like us. I think how arrogant it would be for us to think that we are the only intelligent life out here.
Nah, you're exactly right. It got to be other life out here. So yeah, I thought the conversation was interesting. I thought it was a good little read when I seen it. I said, yeah, man, now they starting to let loose shit, man, because they about to let loose something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. It's about to be a ball.
Yeah, you love this bullshit. I hope they catch your ass first. I
It's
hope they
all
catch your
good.
ass first and beat your ass and torture your little ass. Because guess what?
It's
I
all
want I'm gonna
good.
see. I want to hear, and I want them to have it on film. I want to hear you go. I was waiting for this while they beating your
It's
ass.
all
I,
good. It's
yeah,
all good.
but you keep talking about
About to
you
be a
can't wait for
grand
the
old
shit to
time.
come. I can wait for it to come. I don't need to come no time soon.
Man, I'm counting down. I'm waiting.
Talking about things coming no time soon. So I just saw this. I wrote it down somewhere. The population of the Earth is now at 8.9 billion people.
Mm.
So I understand why they letting all this shit go, because they're about to let everything go. They're about to clip a couple of they're gonna make that number a half. It's a record. This is the most people have been on this planet ever, right? It's the most people that have been on the planet Earth ever at one time. They said actually 4 babies are born every second.
That's crazy.
No wonder they giving us the bird
But you know
flu and
what's
all that
crazy?
other shit.
I really don't like to talk about the Earth being overpopulated because the truth is we only occupy a very small percentage.
Portion of the earth. You're right
Yeah,
about
the
that.
earth, like, and there's so much land out there that is unoccupied, that is undeveloped. You understand what I mean? So this whole concept, because we just live in these very concentrated pockets, on this planet. So this whole concept of the earth at any point getting overpopulated, that shit is a total myth.
What I think the bigger issue in that, with more people becomes more pollution. So
More pollution, yeah.
we kill off the earth faster. Now, if we raise the people to be more conscious of pollution, of burning coal or using plastics and shit like that, if the world was more conscious, the amount of people on the planet I don't think would matter. It's the
But I
fact
think,
that
but I think to a degree, bro, that's what the government wants. Because if people were allowed to live off the grid and people were allowed to live off the fat of the land, which a lot of people do want to do, but they make it as hard as possible because they want you
they
in
want to
the
get the
system.
money.
They want you in the system.
No, you're 100% right about that. So yeah, it's alarming, I guess, in the sense of more people. Like I said, there's more pollution, more crime, and we have more harmonious motherfuckers out here. I think we'll be fine. But there's a lot of people out here. Real quick, did you see that story? It was going around about the kid that went to his dad's house and they had took a Christmas picture. So
Oh
he has
yes.
a stepmom and he was in the picture with his two other siblings and his stepmother and his father. The father, the two other siblings, and the stepmom all had the same pajamas
Same
on.
pajamas, and he had on different
They
pajamas.
had different pajamas on. So the mother did come out and talk about the situation. But when I first seen the picture, people was asking, uh, what was your opinion on it? In my opinion, basically, the kid didn't look messed up. The pajamas didn't look
He
messed
looked
up.
at First of all, the kid looked happy.
The kid looked happy, right? But what kid wouldn't look happy? You don't know no better not to look happy. But what I will say for the pops, if you knew y'all was gonna take a family picture that way, I don't know if it was planned, right? They might have planned it, they might have not planned it. They might have got up Christmas
Well,
and
they
said
said they
whatever.
did. They said they didn't know if the father was going to have him for Christmas.
Yeah, but what you do for one, you do for all.
Of course.
So that's what I would say to the pops. If your son was coming and you knew your son was coming, or say he didn't buy the pajamas and the wife bought the pajamas, the wife's responsibility is to make sure that other kid don't feel out of place. Just because it's not your kid, that's your husband kid, and or your husband or your boyfriend, and you should have made sure that that baby was taken care of, just like your baby was taken care of.
I agree, but what I don't like about social media is people always are quick to go to the assumption that it was some malicious intent. You understand what I mean? Shit happens, bro. I got kids. You understand? And I know, like, shit happens. You get where I'm coming from? Do you intend for it to happen? No, but it does. Like that's the reality of life. And I don't like this perfect standard that social media holds people to. It's almost like people can't make mistakes without being demonized. You know what I mean? Like, yo, shit happens, man. And at the end of the day, that child in that picture did not look neglected. That child did not look sad. He did not look awkward. He did not look uncomfortable. He looked happy as hell. You understand what I mean? Like, yo, shit
No,
happens, man.
the adults do make a bigger issue out of things, but like I said, what I would say is, if you do for one, just do for all, bro. Pajamas are simple. It
I
don't
I
cost you that much.
I agree, but I'm also sure that that's not an everyday occurrence, bro. People slip up, shit happens. You understand
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
hear you. I
Like,
hear you.
and that's the thing with social media. It's like, because our lives are basically televised now because of social media. You understand what I mean? And I just feel like everybody is held to the goddamn microscope and just
But
kind of not allowed to be human, man.
you're right. But
Because look, I do my best as a dad, but I know that there's times that I slipped up or made mistakes, or you understand, or I might have overlooked something, and it wasn't that my intent was to, but it's just that's a characteristic of life and the fact that I'm human and I am not perfect.
I think you're right. But I also feel like social media could also be a help and not always a hindrance, because at least the conversation was brought up. So now you can move better going forward.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
listen, you're talking about two adults, man. I think they're aware of the mistake they made. I'm sure the dad looked at that picture and was like, damn, I wish I had the matching pajama for my son, but I don't. But at least, yo, look, I'll tell you this, right? So when I was in pre-K, right, Halloween came along. My mother forgot to get me a Halloween costume. When I went to school, she had to run to Deal Town, this department store that was around my way. Bro, it was
Mm-hmm.
Halloween. The last costume that was there was Wonder Woman. She gave me a Wonder Woman costume, right, to go to school with. And I swear to God, and there's this picture of me at 4 years old sitting on this chair at my school with this Wonder Woman costume. If that was today, like people them like, oh, that's messed up. She's humiliating her. Yo, bro, she did her goddamn best. My mother worked damn near 18 hours a goddamn day, 6 days a week, my nigga. Like she
Yo,
tried. But
your name is Wonder Mo from now on. She never
it's
told
so
me that.
good. But what I'm saying is, in this day and time, people would have demonized her.
No, no,
You
no, no.
understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I also see you looking at it from a good aspect. Now, what if it was done intentional? Say the mother, I'm not buying him nothing. Say the stepmother said that, or the father didn't even think about the son.
Well,
My thing is,
I
it's
read her
also
explanation.
hold on. Hold on.
Hmm.
I also think it's good to say, listen, what you do for one, you do for all, and it's the teaching moment for other fathers or for other stepmoms or moms, so they could be on the same page. I
But I
know,
think bro, most parents know that. And the parents who
nah,
wait,
bro,
hold on,
come
hold
on,
on,
man.
hold on,
Don't
hold on,
say
wait,
that.
wait, 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 wait. I think most parents know that, but the parents who don't do that are the ones that don't give a damn about doing that, and are the ones that it doesn't matter what you say, they're still gonna operate the way that they operate. You understand where I'm coming from?
100%, 155%. So real quick, this one, like I said, Suave, tell us how much time we got, bro. So I know how fast to go, how you know what I mean. We ain't give me no context over here. Anyway, I don't know if you saw the footage of the prisoner or the New York. I don't know what jail it was in New York City, but it was in Rikers.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Rikers.
It was an upstate New York jail. He was badly beaten to death. Actually, he got beat to death while he was had his hands cuffed behind his back. You know, I was reading some of the stuff. Um, he was in they if I'm not mistaken, they say he was in jail for murder for like killing a girl. And I think that day, if I'm not correct, don't quote me on that, but he also had sliced the officer in the face when they brought him in, and that's the reason why they say they alleged that why he was getting beat the way he was getting beat. So another thing, when you're on Rikers Island, people don't know the difference. On Rikers, it's kind of more you can't really do as much shit that you could get away with when you go upstate. Like
Upstate, definitely.
no,
Up
when you
north,
go upstate,
they'll kick your teeth out.
they beat the shit out you. You know what I'm saying? When you start serving real time, you get them white boys gonna fuck you up.
Once you in the mountains, you in the mountains, bro.
That's it. So all you niggas that be out here sometimes, you have Rikers and y'all bad and y'all doing what the fuck y'all want to do. Remember, if you get sentenced and you come off that island, the treatment and what you're gonna get could be totally different. You go buck wild on the island, but you go upstate. So, for me, I felt bad because nobody should have to get their ass whooped like that where they die and get fucked up. Right? And I don't know, it's alleged that he cut one of the officers in the face. That's what is alleged.
Okay, but even if he did, they're professionals. They're supposed to keep their composure.
Yeah, and I hear you, and I just know human beings. I don't know as a human being if you don't stop and jump on them. And I'm not saying that, I'm not making no excuses for them, but we all got to be in thinking position here. The person that's doing the act, yo, listen, I can't cut this nigga in the face. I got to remember where the fuck I'm at.
I hear you loud and
You
clear.
understand
But
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
ask you
Like
this.
you got to remember where you at, Mo. That's all I'm
So so
saying.
so let me ask you this.
I don't say
So
it's right,
so
but you got to remember where you
so
at.
a cop pulls my child over, punches my child in the face. Now I track
Mhm.
that cop down and I beat that cop to death. I'm
I'm,
justified.
I'm not mad at you neither.
No, I know you're
That
not
cop
mad at
should have
me.
remembered that
But
that kid could have had a
but I
pops.
understand. But my question is this. My question is this. Why are the professionals not held to a higher standard,
Oh
bro?
no, they all got fired. It was 13 of them.
You understand where
And
I'm coming
and
from?
they should get and they should
Because
get
because because
and hold on, time
because
out.
as a civilian, I'm gonna get penalized if
Yes, they all got fired, but I don't know if they all got
No, they
arrested,
should be
but
arrested.
they should
They
be
should be
arrested. I
charged.
do agree with that because there's no way in hell it's consequences for that.
I'm gonna
What
be
I'm
charged.
basically
I'm
saying,
gonna be charged. Why they not gonna
hold
be
up,
charged?
hold up. What I was basically my point I was getting to is not just the guy if he allegedly if he cut one of the officers in the face, some bullshit could happen to you. But as an officer, if you beat this motherfucker up and you do something to him, guess what? Consequences gonna happen to you. So everybody gotta know there's consequences for every act. And guess what? Now you could be sitting in jail where he was sitting at, and you could become a prisoner. And
Well,
you
they
should
act.
become a
Well,
prisoner.
they act that way because the majority of the time there is no consequences. In all honesty,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. They should be consequences for them. And they should go to jail. And whatever type of sentence they should get for killing that dude, they should go to jail. All I'm saying is there's consequences on both sides of those coins, bro.
Because wait, because this is my thing, and in no way am I trying to justify the act that he made of cutting an officer, right? But this is why you go to the academy. This is why you get training because you enter a prison knowing that that's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't know
That
if you could get
it's
trained. I don't know if you could get trained in how to react when
I
somebody cuts you in
understand,
the face.
but what I'm
You
telling
know
you
what I'm
is
saying?
that is a part of your job, bruh. That
No,
is a
no.
part of the danger. Any correctional officer will tell you they know that they go to work not trusting the inmates because they know that that is a possibility.
Possibility. You're
You
right.
know, so that's always my issue, right? Where and I always say this about police officers, not that everybody's life isn't just as important, but yo, bruh, you applied for this job. Nobody forced you to take it.
Yeah, I don't agree with that though. I agree. I think people sometimes go where the work is at. If you could get a job and you're fortunate and you got to get a job and that's the job you can take.
I understand,
But
but then get another job, bro.
yeah, it ain't that easy, Mo. You know it ain't that easy. We can't even do that.
I
We
hear
can't
you.
say that. But I think there's got to be compassion on all sides. You got to see because my first when I saw it, I was angry. I'm like, yo, these niggas got to go to jail. These niggas should die for doing that shit. That's my thing. Then I started talk. I saw me. I'm bucking on the corrections officers that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's some bullshit. And then they tell you their stories. Yo, niggas throw shit in our face. You get spit on niggas, cut. Yo,
That's part of
niggas
the
beat.
job.
Yo, hold up.
Yes,
A
and
nigga,
that's part
they
of the
had, hold
job.
up, time out. Hold up, it's not. I don't think that's a part of the job. Because then they told me how a nigga lost his eye in the prison. You don't go to that. My man, just now, one of my good friends, you know him. He can't go back to work because they had to take out a vertebrae in his neck because he can't. You see how he do this? He can't do this. When he turn, he got to turn like this. He can't turn anymore because niggas hit him with a TV in the jail, right? So now for the rest of his life, he fucked. He can't do shit,
So let
right?
me ask
So
you a question. Why become a boxer if you don't want to get punched, bro? That is part of the job. Unfortunately, Styles, yo,
nah, Mo.
Styles, this is why they call, hold on. This is why they call COs New York's bravest. This is why they call NYPD New York's, because there is a certain risk that they
Yeah,
take on with their
I
job.
hear you,
And
Mo.
then
But guess
listen,
what?
and in no way am I justifying the act. I'm not saying the
Yeah,
act is
not because
right.
I
I'm
feel like you're
saying
not
that
having compassion to the other
I'm
side,
saying
and I'm not taking it.
no,
I'm
I
not
do
taking
have
it. It got to
but
be
what I,
compassion, and I think that's what we missing. We missing compassion on both sides.
no, I do
Yo,
have compassion. But what I'm telling you is,
mhm.
bruh, if I take a job as a CEO, I'm aware that there are certain risks that come with this job.
Not hear you, but I don't know if you could teach somebody how to take a shot, a cut to the face,
No, of
or
course.
your eyeball fall out. I don't know how you
But
can
that,
teach
yeah,
somebody that shit.
but the way they reacted is a
Oh
vigilante
no,
mob
listen,
mentality,
it's
bro.
no. Listen, no, they did homeboy dirty. I'm not. Listen, my thing is not taking up for them. They should get the book thrown at them niggas. But we got to figure out a way, man. Like, to me, I'm just always looking for some harmonious shit. You got to figure out the way on both sides of the fence.
But
And
we,
how do we come to that? And how do we have safe conversations to hear out both sides? Because so many times I see people go, yo, they fucking up these niggas in jail.
I was just
All right,
about to
cool.
say,
Right? I want to know what did the niggas in jail do to get fucked up? They just beating your ass to beat your ass, or one
yo,
of y'all
bro,
niggas, right? We got to figure that out, and we
I'm
got to have the conversation. And how can we change the prison system? Because we keep going in this proverbial circle all the time, and nobody having the conversations of how to fix shit.
yo, I've witnessed it with my own eyes, right? You
Mm-hmm.
go through central booking, yeah, but the second you go to your arraignment and you get remanded and they send you back to Rikers Island, bro, the COs act totally different, and it's on some old like I own you now. You understand? And
Mm-hmm.
the level of disrespect that you are treated with as a man, bro. And once again, not in anybody's defense, like you don't know how this man was treated and why he reacted the way he reacted. You understand where I'm coming from? So it's very easy to say, yeah, it's messed up that he did this or he did that, right? But at the end of the day, you don't know what treatment he's been getting for how
No,
long.
but Mo, that goes both ways. Because when I'm talking to the COs and I'm asking questions, every time, yo, all I hear all day, suck my dick. You a bitch ass nigga, fuck you, CO. That's all I hear them say all day. And niggas do all kind of crazy shit.
That's the
You gotta
job.
remember,
That's the job,
uh,
Styles.
I'm not telling you that's not the job.
That's
What
the
I'm saying, hold up, time out.
then don't sign up for the
Hold up,
job.
time out. So that's like me telling a prisoner, don't sign up to go to fucking prison if
Hold
you don't
on.
want to get your ass beat.
No, so let me say this.
Right or wrong. So look,
Hold
don't
on.
go to
I
prison
apply
if you
to
don't want
be,
to get your ass
hold
beat.
on. I apply to be a teacher,
Mm-hmm.
right? I apply to be a high school teacher. Now I have disrespectful kids in my class and I want to hit them. Yo,
Yeah,
bro, that's part
I
of
hear
the
you.
job, bro.
What I'm saying to you is, yo, you're a student. You go to school. You apply to your mother put you in school, and niggas bully you all day. You didn't come to school for that. What
That's
I'm
part of
saying
growing.
to you,
That's a part of growing up.
no, nah, you,
And
yo,
guess what?
listen, you
But you
can't,
still didn't sign up for that.
yo, guess what? You when you went outside, this same way I can say for the niggas that's doing shit in the street. When you go outside and you take a shot at a nigga, cool. I know it's a part of the deal. I could go to jail. I don't want to go to jail and get my ass whipped by a bunch of gang niggas. I don't want to go to jail, get fucked up by COs. Yeah, I was doing what I was doing out there to take care of my family. I didn't sign up for that. Yo, nobody signed up for any
Oh
kind
no,
of abuse.
the second you made the decision to break the law, you signed up for that, bro.
Nah, niggas don't. Nobody saying they want that abuse. I'm
Styles,
saying we have
the
to
second you
respect.
decide to break the law, jail is a possibility.
Yo, Hillu, and like I'm saying to
And
you,
and listen, and in no way am I justifying what dude did. That's not.
I'm not even talking about him at this point. What I'm saying is because I don't know the whole story. What
Mhm.
I'm saying to you is we gotta find a way to make shit better on both
On
sides.
both sides,
We
of
gotta
course, I agree.
we gotta find a way that niggas could go do their time in peace. We gotta find a way CEOs could come back home to their motherfucking kids because you don't sign up not to go back home to your fucking kid. Right? So we gotta find a way. You know, I seen some prisons the other day. I don't know how true
So,
this shit is.
question: do cops sign up to not go home to their kids? They actually do. That's why they
No,
call
no, they don't.
heroes. That
No, no,
it's a
they don't.
possibility. It's a possible.
That's no, they don't sign up for that.
But it's
Every
a
cop expect to go
they
home at night.
sign up to take the risk that they yes, every cop knows that
Yeah,
there's a possibility that one day I may not go home to my children, bro.
yo,
If if I'm not willing to take that risk, then I shouldn't be a cop.
no, because some people look at the averages. Some people go, guess what? Every day you get in your car, you don't sign up to get in a fucking car accident, but you can die.
But guess
But you
what?
didn't sign up for
But guess
somebody to
what?
be an ass
But
on the
guess what?
street. Everything is a
The
possibility.
second you buy a car, you are aware that that is a possibility.
Yeah, but that's not, it's less than likely. So that's not what you sign up for. I'm not telling you I signed up to get in a car accident.
So
God
why?
forbid. I'm not,
So hold on. So why do they give law enforcement self-defense courses? It's because they know that they are going to have to defend themselves on the job.
my nigga,
It's
they
part
get,
of the job.
it is a part. No, listen, I'm not telling you that it ain't part of the job, but nobody don't expect not to make it home safe to their kids. All I'm saying,
Nobody wants to not make it home to their
hold up,
kids, but
hold up.
it's a
And when a nigga
possibility
go
of
to
the
when a nigga
job.
go to jail, guess what? When a nigga go to jail, the same way, not expecting not to just do their time and not come home.
Yo,
I
bro,
don't. Y'all, I'm gonna do my
I
time.
don't know one person that went to jail and didn't know that there was a possibility that they were going to get their ass whooped
No,
or
but
possibly get
guess
killed
what?
from there.
They didn't think that they.
Like,
A lot of people don't think they was gonna die when they go to jail. A lot of people don't think they was gonna. So
then a lot of people
it
are
happened.
unrealistic, man.
Listen,
You could die walking to the store outside. I don't
I
know
hear you, Mo,
how
but
you don't think that.
nobody thinking about that. Like I said, it got to be a more positive way to handle this shit. You know, like I said, I see some jails on TV the other day. I don't know how true this shit is. What miracle spiritual shit happening in these other places? I seen the jail where niggas got TVs and fucking computers,
Listen,
and they make the jail. They said it's more. You know, people come out more rehabilitated
rehabilitated.
than using force. So
This is
maybe we got to look at our other jail systems around the world that have better better recidivism rates than niggas going back and forth, then you know what I'm saying, switch up our shit. I also seen one of the craziest jail in Russia. This shit was ridiculous. These niggas can't stand up straight when the COs
Mm-hmm.
come and get them. They gotta
Mm-hmm.
stay bent. They can't watch TV. They only after 10 years you can watch TV. And you stay by yourself all day long. Yo, that shit is crazy.
But you know
That's
what?
torture.
I think our when it comes to our correction system, when it comes to our police force, I think what's missing is there needs to be respect training, bro. Because you have to understand you got to give respect to get respect, bro. You know, and in no way am I saying that cops are supposed to be pushovers or COs are supposed to be pushovers because a lot of people don't respect. Some people don't respect, but I think that once you enter an environment where everyone is on some disrespectful BS. The truth is, in the US, most people leave jail worse than they went in.
Yo, what I'm gonna say to you, me being locked up for a little bit of time, I was, in and out my little situations. It was never in my experience, it was never the COs. It was always the niggas disrespecting the COs.
I don't
Yo,
know,
bro,
bro. I
yeah.
mean,
So what I'm saying to you
when I
is
did my little bullshit time on Rikers Island, I seen wild shit, bro. I remember we came back from court one time and we had Miss Child and dudes were screaming through the bars in the intake like, "CO, we hungry." And they're like, "Yo, we gonna go to the kitchen. Child's over. We gonna see what's left." Bro, they came back with a metal tin and they started taking fish out of the tin and throwing
mm,
it through the bar on the floor. And dudes was picking that shit up off the floor, eating it. And I'm just sitting there looking at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't eating that shit. And I remember one of the CEOs looked at me through the bars and he was like, "What, you too good?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, fuck no. Like, you
like I
understand what
said,
I'm saying?
I think disrespect comes from
But
both
once
sides,
again,
and I think it's
that's just my experience. I'm not saying
experience,
that
yeah.
that's
And I think
experience
when
all
you
across the
talk to
board because I know a
I ain't
lot of
spend enough
correctional
time.
officers
I didn't
and they're
spend
not
enough
bad
time
people.
behind bars. I ain't spend enough time behind bars. And I'm glad I didn't. But like I said, when you talk to inmates, like I was talking to my man. You know him too. You know what I'm talking about. He just did an ass full of time. And we were talking about the story. He was like, "Yo, sometimes niggas be wilding, son. The
Of
COs
course.
be wilding too." He said, "Not really on Rikers," like he was telling me. He's like, "Yo, not really on Rikers, but when you go upstate, them COs gonna fuck you up. You can't be doing all that. You see how we back talk niggas in Rikers?
Oh,
We
hell
can
no.
do all that. But when you go up there, the niggas gonna put hands on you." So, he talk about the disrespect that niggas would give the COs, and they get disrespect back. Then he said, "You got a couple of COs who, it don't matter how nice you are,
They just on some bullshit.
they just on some bullshit." And I think that we just got to find a better way to deal with, you know, this prison system shit.
But
Because enough
at
is
the same
enough, man.
time, I can't even knock those guys because I'm sure being on the job for years, they've seen things happen to their to their coworkers. You understand? And it's like, yo, I'm gonna be no nonsense because I'm not putting myself in a position for anybody to think that they could ever get away with that with me.
All I can say is, my brothers, stay out of jail, bro. How about that? Stay out
Do
of
your
jail by the
best
best
to.
means. The best means is necessary, because you got a couple things going against you. You got other inmates that's gonna fuck with you and do all kind of fuck shit to you. God forbid if you ain't built like that. Then you got the COs who gonna fuck you over and do some fucked up shit to you. So your best bet is stay out of harm's way, my nigga. Stay out of jail, bro. If you don't want to live that life, stay the fuck out of jail, bro.
There you go.
You know. Um, Real quick, do you think you could stay in a good relationship only having sex once or twice a month, or once or twice every 2 months?
I mean, I think I'd say it all depends on your age.
Mm-hmm.
For one, I think as people mature and they get older, sex isn't necessarily a priority. People kind of get comfortable. You know, people that are in 30, 40, 50-year relationships, some of them are happy and, they may not even have sex that often. Um, I think it has to do with a lot of different factors, man. It has to do with who you are. You know, if you're someone who's highly sexually active or someone who has a high libido, I don't see someone like that being, happy in a situation like that. But there are people who, and there are women, especially sometimes after women have children, their sex drive decreases. So
For me,
not
I don't think
necessarily, it might not necessarily for me, but you know.
yeah, I don't think you could keep a healthy relationship only having sex once or twice a month. If both parties, it depends. If both parties on that timing, then maybe you can. But if one is more
Mhm.
sexual than the other one, you have to be able to satisfy your partner. That goes for a man or a woman. Maybe you don't do it 6 times a week like he or she wants to do it. Maybe you go, all right, cool, I compromise with you. I give it to you 3 times. But saying it for a person, yo, I'm only give it to you once in a month. I think you in a cruising for a bruising. I think you in a landslide to for that relationship to be over. You know what I mean? So I think in relationships, I think you got to understand that even though it's your body, when you with somebody, whether you're a man or a woman, your body also belongs to that other person while you with them, right? So you have to be able to share that with them. You can't just be like, yo, I ain't giving you nothing for the next 6 weeks.
I mean,
Like,
I wouldn't say that your body belongs to that person, but I would say that once you enter a committed relationship, you have a responsibility to that person.
okay. No, but I feel like in a sense, like, when you in the coochie, right? You be like, this is my pussy. Or she be like, yeah, that's my dick. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, that's what I mean.
So
You,
so question: if that's her body and she wants to stick her finger in your ass, like
how the fuck do you
no,
do that?
I'm just I'm just
What?
saying, like if that's her
What are you
if that's her
talking about?
body, then no, like no. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying? Like
I don't even know how we just got there, bro. Like,
because like it's not. I don't think that anybody owns anybody's body. I think
I'm
you're
not
responsible.
saying I didn't mean it in total ownership. I mean it
Okay,
like, yo,
okay.
I'm
I
sharing this.
I get what you're saying. Like
Yo,
there's an obligation that there should
yeah,
be,
but
and I
yo,
don't
I
even
ain't,
like the word obligation. Like I like I'm more I favor
yeah.
more. You have certain responsibilities, man.
All right, cool. I'm gonna leave it there because I know how we got to the other shit though. All right, I'm done, man. Yo, I was watching this shit with Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans says it's not his responsibility to heal your trauma. He just really his responsibility is to come into your relationship and to love you and to care about you. It's not his responsibility to heal your past trauma. You got to come to the table and finding your own way and finding your way to heal your past traumas. I was listening to him, and for some, I agree with him from some standpoint. I know we all come around, especially as men, we come in like, dun, 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 like we superhero. We come to save the day. We feel like we could come in and save somebody from all the bullshit that they've been through. And I don't know if it's your responsibility to fix somebody else shit, right? Like you got your own mess you're going through. You might have your own kids you got to deal with. Somebody should have the wherewithal to say they want to be in a relationship, and if they want to be in a relationship, just like the past topic we was talking about, if they want to be in a relationship, should have the wherewithal to know that my past I can't bring into this relationship. All
Hmm.
the hurt, all the bullshit I've been through, it's not that person's responsibility for me to pour all this onto into them and put it on their table. I think we have to have the responsibility, not saying that we can't share what we've been through and the traumas that we've been through and talk through it so a person can have an understanding where you're coming from and how you feel. But we should never put all our burdens on somebody else. That's not fair to that other person, and that's not fair to you at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. You shouldn't allow your past injuries to make you bleed on your current partner. Like that's the reality. At the end of the day, that person can serve there as a sounding board, um, for you to vent or for you to find your way. But at the end of the day, dealing with the uh they shouldn't be dealing with the residual trauma and drama from the things that you've been through in your past. Like that's not no one's responsibility. In all
Yeah,
honesty,
I don't
it's
never want
everybody's responsibility to clean their own backyard, man.
Yeah, I never want to live in anybody else's ghost, anybody else's past. Like I gotta live because of what somebody else did something to you, and then I gotta live in your past and shit like that. I can be understanding what's happening, but I don't want to live in that drama. And now I become the punching bag. I don't want to become nobody punching bag.
Uh-huh. I
um,
agree.
um, yo, I saw this crazy. They said some couples are now choosing to live separately to make relationship work.
I
So
think this is
basically,
getting.
nigga have his own house and she have her own house.
I think relationships are getting stupider and stupider by
Yeah,
the year.
if I'm with my woman and we live together, or we married, I'm not. Listen, I can have my own room. My own house is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, like you can have your man cave and all of that, but living in separate homes, I think relationships are getting stupider and stupider, man. What's the purpose of being married?
I
I
don't
thought
know.
I thought the whole purpose of joining a life was to share a life, was to live under one roof. You know what I mean? But and then another thing, it's funny you say that, right? Because I had a woman I was dating a few years ago,
Hmm.
and that was her thing. She was like, when I get married, I want us to live in separate homes. And and I used to ask her why, and she used to say, because I like my freedom and this and that. And let me tell you what was weird to me, right? Was that as soon as she said it to me, like what came up in my mind, because I asked, I said, "You want more children?" So she was like, "Yeah." So I said, "So what's that gonna teach your kids for one, and how is that gonna work with the children?" And you know what she said to me? I
Hmm.
never really thought about that. So which means it comes from just a self-centered place, bruh. And I think that's my issue with the dynamic of relationships these days. I saw a woman on Instagram talking about how she regrets getting married, right? And she said the reason she regrets getting married is because marriage, you can't live for yourself. You know what I mean? You kind of have to live for this other person. And like I left a compliment like, you weren't aware that marriage is a compromise? So you expected to go into a marriage and for it to be all about you?
Yeah, nah.
That's
Listen,
fucking crazy.
that's more than crazy. Yeah, like I said, if we gotta live, if we married, we gotta live separate. We might as well not be married. Because for me, one, you put me in a separate house with my chick, it's gonna cause me to do all kind of shit, have all kind of company at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just, I think that's just a cruising for a bruising. You know what I'm saying? So I totally disagree with that. If you're together, like I said, you can have your separate space in your house. Maybe you have your little, like you said, your man cave. Maybe you have, your little girl's room, and y'all go to your separate corners inside the
And
house.
how do y'all ever really bond? Because a large part of the bonding process is sleeping next to each other at night.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, in other news, scientists said they taught monkeys how to use money, and the monkeys end up buying prostitutes with their money. So I thought that shit was crazy. You know what I don't understand? So who they paid up? Female monkey? So what the female monkey did with the money then? What she did with her money?
Well,
I think that's a
what they
one-sided
did
story.
was they made a system where, like, they had food, they had snacks, things like that that the monkeys can use the money to buy. Right? They taught the monkeys to buy the things that they wanted, and what
Niggas say I'm
happened
buying
is
pussy.
the females started making the males pay them the money to have sex, and then using the money to buy food.
This is crazy. This is our closest primate, y'all. So this is why life is the way it is. This is I didn't even gonna go deep into this comment of that, because this is why. Okay, no problem, Bo. I get it.
That's why
That's what
things
I can
become so transactional.
say. I get it. I'm done. I figured it out. They broke the code, bro.
But
They
they
broke the
see,
code.
but if they broke the code, then that means that the invention of money is what corrupted humankind.
You right about that. That's crazy. Anyway, listen. I know we gotta just want to shout out Uncle Murda for the wrap up. I don't know if you heard the
Yeah, yeah,
17
yeah,
minute
yeah. I
wrap
heard
up.
it.
Shout out to Uncle Murda, man. It was lovely as always. It was very insightful, very funny,
Very detailed.
um, very detailed. You
He
know what I'm
went, he
saying?
went, he went in like on each stuff because usually he give each subject 2 or 3 bars and then he move on. But he gave Diddy.
Yeah,
He
he
gave
gave Diddy a whole bunch of shit. Um, yeah, you know, and I heard Mad Skills. I
oh
think
yeah,
that's
Matt
who.
Skills came back this year too.
Yeah, he took it from him. But Mad Skills was too. That shit was too polished. Like I ain't really like it.
I don't know if I'd call it polished. It was just too animated and goofy for me.
Yeah, it was too polished. I'm like, damn, if you're gonna come back with a mask, if you got to beat with Murda doing, he took it from you. Like, take it back, right? You know what I'm saying? Murda said he's gonna retire this year, but he said that last year,
I
the year
doubt
before
it.
last
I
year. Yeah,
doubt
you know what
it.
I mean? We love to hear that from Uncle Murda every year. So shout out to Uncle Murda. Shout out to the world boss, Vibes Cartel. I don't know if you got to see the concert. I got to see some of it, some of it that I could catch on my TV. It was an epic concert, man. It was an epic concert. Uh, they had 18 private jets that landed Jamaica that day. And they had to delay all the flights that was going there by 2.5 hours because they never had that many planes on the runway in Jamaica. They couldn't handle it. So the concert was a success. Vibes looked like he had a good time. So shout out to the world boss Vibes Cartel. Um, yeah, man. Hopefully he learned this lesson and yeah, you know what I'm saying? He gonna put out some great music, man. He seemed like a different guy. His spirit seemed different. You know, before he left, he was calling himself like the devil something.
Yeah,
Now
he
all
was
he do is
dark.
talk about God. You know what I'm
He was
saying?
dark.
So
All
I'm
that time,
glad
all that time in isolation to do it to you,
to do
bro.
it to you. You know, because you only got one person to call on, my nigga. uh, yeah. So shout out to that, man. I saw a lot of black people out there. They was having fun. I hope everybody got home safe because it was packed in there, packed. And they had a video of like where the cars parked and the stadium was at. Man, that shit looked like it was a half a mile, man. Like I ain't understand this shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen a lot. Some people that I knew from New York, they was out there in Jamaica. I was like, yo, this
Uh-huh.
is crazy. So yeah, shout out to Vibes and the concert, man. Well, look, man, that's another episode. Oh, shout out to Nani, real quick. You know what I'm saying? Give her a shout out. Um, yeah, but yeah, this is another episode of Brooklyn Boys Radio.
Brooklyn Boys Radio.
Like, share,
Shout
and
out to the Wood
subscribe, and tell a friend.
Stagey.
Yeah, fuck Suave, because he made the shit cut off and we had to start all over again.
Like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll be back in our location next week.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year to you niggas, man.
Happy New Year to y'all all. Brooklyn, we
We
out.
out.
Suave, come take a picture of my sneakers.
All right, y'all.
One.